All right, guys, let's rip and dip here on the channel. Tonight I've got MVP 2023 Hockey Blaster Box Series. This cost me $19.99 at Walmart. I like the value of these. You get 15 packs with 6 cards per, so get a good amount of cards in this, and there's always some extras in there as well. As you see, Jonathan Huberdeau, the cover athlete of this box, as a member of the Florida Panthers for the final time, well documented. He was traded to Calgary in the massive blockbuster for Matthew Tkachuk. Other pieces, mainly Uyghur, also headed to Calgary. So, Huberdeau is not off to the hottest of start so far in his new setting, but it's very early in the season. This is a marathon and a sprint. We know what he is. He'll get back and going. Meanwhile, Tkachuk, it's looked very, very good for Florida. And I think they traded, a couple years and a little bit more scoring prowess, but real good trade. Anyway, probably the best trade of the offseason in terms of blockbusters. But there's what you can get on the inside. There's some of your odds. If you can read that, more power to you. I'll leave it there for a second so you can do your screenshot now. All right. Let's go and get the box. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about the base cards. This one really catches my attention. So we're going to rip and dip here. Start with packet number 1 here. So this is fresh out the box, so you hear me rip on site. All right. Pack number 1. First card is going to be Ehlers of Winnipeg. I'll show you the back of this one. Good looking card. These are real solid cards, I think. I'm pretty big of them. The Big Rig, I'm a big fan of his. He's ugly scoring-wise. I mean, you're not going to see any scoring out of him, but he will take the hits. He'll do the blocks. He'll scrap it up a bit. Next card underneath here, we have a Jamie Drysdale. This one has a etched-on autograph. No, it's not an actual autograph, guys. So if you get these and you get excited ripping it, I got an autograph, it's etched on. It's not... Like if you've never opened cards before, if you get an actual autograph, the back will say, congratulations, you've scored a authentic autograph of so-and-so. But it's still a pretty cool card nonetheless. Jamie Drysdale actually played real good for the Erie Otters up here. And I think he's one of the many pieces of a bright future in Orange County for the Ducks. And Terry, I mean, that's just a team that's going to be good to watch for a long time. They got a cover athlete on the cover of NHL. I mean, Trevor Zegras, a stud, too. So, Chandler Stevenson. We got a backwards William Karlsson, so I think he's just turned around. Said I wasn't going to talk about the base, but here I am. Money. Oh, that's pack number 1. Go ahead and get ripping pack number 2 here. Keep it rolling. Like I said, if you get these autographs in there, please don't get your hopes up that it's real. It's a real autograph, but it's not. You're not going to, if you're a salary, you're not going to make money off of it. I don't sell autographs anyway. It better be a hell of an autograph, and I better be in a hell of a page. So I think it's pretty good in my experience. All right, here we go, packet number 2. Let's fire through these. All right, we have another etched-on autograph. This one of Ryan O'Reilly. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right. And then we got Lucas Raymond and TiVo in the back. I'm a big fan of TiVo. He's very, very underappreciated. He's not another one, not just going to get you a ton of points. I mean, he'll never score 80 points, 90 points, but he does everything so proficiently. Numbers don't always tell the stories in sports. Pack number 3 here. We'll fire through it. I've got to keep one of these packets in 15 order. I'm weird. I like to at least keep one of the wrappings per box. A weird niche of mine. This one really survived the test of time, so we'll go ahead and put that off to the side here. Hopefully without mangling. All right. First up, let's keep it firing on all cylinders. Kadri now with the Flames. Big free agent signing for them. So Calgary, did some addition. It's a big subtraction, but had some big additions too. Kadri's another one of those that does everything so well. And then getting, Huberdeau, who's a proficient scorer all across the board. So, interesting offseason in Alberta for Alberta's other team. And Sonny Milano. All right, we'll rip through these here. Literally just walked out the parking lot of Walmart after buying these about 5 minutes ago. So if you ever wonder why I do them in my car, my kids at home, animals, barking, stuff like that. Timo Meyer, one of my favorite players in the league. Very, very good. Another Jamie Drysdale. This one, these are cool ones. Pinpoints at John Tavares. So back of that, if you would. So obliged to take a look there. So that's why I do it there. It's quiet. It's, so I'm not a big time seller. I don't, people are mangling their cards. I don't sell my cards. You know what I mean? And then, look at the, I said, even if it's an autograph, and I've hit some pretty big autographs in other boxes. I hit a Ronald Acuna numbered, it was 10 out of, 100, so it was autographed on cards. So I've had some hits, but it's not, I'm giving that to my kid. It's not something I'm going to make a point of selling. Next up, keep the ball game going. I like these cards here. These are called the face-off cards, the encounters. There you see Jamie Benn and Torrey Krug. You're not like Torrey Krug. Kaprizov's such a stud scorer, man. That guy's ice. That guy, he's got such a huge future ahead of him, too. Just as a pure scorer, a goal scorer. Just goal scoring alone. I'm not going to say he's the best, but he's so electrifying out there, man. He's so electrifying. All right. One of that, so we'll go into half pack number 2 here. And while you're watching this, why don't you let me know who your team is in the NHL? Who do you support? Drop it in the comments below, if you will. All right, next up we got Duclair. Logan Couture, another very, very vastly underappreciated. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one, guys. Okay, this is a Silver Domains Andrei Svechnikov. This is a goodie. And it's a silver prism. So this is a good card. I'm a big fan of Svechnikov, man. Another one. Going to be electrifying for years to come. He may not ever be a league leader in scoring, but he'll be one of those guys that I think is going to do humongous things throughout. He's going to be one of those jack of all trades that does everything so proficiently, and he'll get a lot of points. He will be the perennial 75, 80 point a year guy. If not higher. I think that's his, and I don't think he'll ever get 100, but he'll be that all-star. And that Carolina team, my goodness, man. He and Aho, there's so much good stuff there. And it's quickly become a hockey market, although I am a little bit bitter. I was a Hartford Whalers fan back in the day, and it still kicks my ass that they moved them out of there. But, it's... Carolina's put together a nice little fan support market, and people may not want to hear it. Sam Renner off to a real rough start to the season. Again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Cole Caulfield. And I know Nicholas Backstrom. I know some will jump on here and say, they don't deserve a team. They don't deserve a team. Look, I'm with you guys. Quebec City deserves a team, okay? I'm with you. I am 100% on board. They have the arena there. They loved the Nordiques back in the day, and it wasn't entirely their fault that the price of the Canadian dollar went very badly south when it did, which caused them to lose, caused them to lose the Jets, the original Jets, to Phoenix, which is a lot of pure hockey fans' favorite team. I say that tongue in cheek, them the Panthers. Damn near cost them the Oilers. People forget they almost moved to Houston. Luckily, they stepped in and stopped that. But, I'd love to see QC get another team. I just don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. I can't. And I don't think it's all Gary Bettman here. I think it's, market size. And I think that's so. I think he plays a factor in that market size, and I hate to say it, but Quebec City, it's a great. I love Pasternak. It's a great city. I mean, it is beautiful. It's a hockey mad market. There's nothing will say bad about it. And they would be rabid. But in that sense, yes, it is his fault because he has tried to, make it a grander game in terms of, when I mean grander, he went for the big markets to try to expand it here in the United States. You know, he knows that people are going to come to games in Quebec City. He knows that if it's a hockey game, people are going to come. If it's Winnipeg, people are going to come. You know, he wanted to grow it here in the United States and in some of the bigger markets to where people can become hockey fans and get a next generation. And to some degree, I know everybody hates the Coyotes, but you don't get Austin Matthews. You don't get the Tkachuk brothers, probably. Well, maybe the Tkachuk brothers, but you certainly don't get Austin Matthews. Lucas Frame, another etched on autograph. You don't get Austin Matthews without the Coyotes. I'm sorry, guys. You just don't. And again, I give Quebec City a team back 100%, but I also blame the Montreal Canadiens for that. I think the Canadiens have a lot of say on what goes on in the league, and they don't want to share the province. Jordan Binnington, I don't think they want to share the province with the Nordiques. I mean, that's just the bottom line. And there's been opportunities. That's the thing people don't understand. There have been opportunities that do not involve relocation. Okay, that arena has been ready to go for a while now. And they instead put a team in Las Vegas and stalled for Seattle, which, you know, Las Vegas was a huge gamble. I'm going to tell you that right now. It was a humongous gamble that could have bombed because, you know, Vegas is a very transient town. And I said when the Golden Knights got the team, you know, that, look, people don't go to Vegas to watch hockey. They go to Vegas to party, to gamble. But thus far, they've done it right, man. The Knights have done things right. Here's a Casey Middlestead, another etched on one, I think that is. Yeah, it's etched on. They go to party. They go to do everything but, you know, they go to gamble on sports, not watch them. But I've been proven wrong, man. Knights fans have been they've liked the team. They've been pretty supportive. Now, the Knights have also been pretty competitive on the ice. You know, it doesn't suck that your team makes the Stanley Cup in its inaugural season. You know, as an expansion team, first year. You know, and they've been the model of consistency in terms of making the playoffs. So I'm interested to see what happens when this team hits the shit skids, you know, and they're starting to get to that point because they've played salary cap roulette for a while, you know, and they've punted on that and tiptoed that line. And now it's getting to the point where it's time to pay the piper, and they're paying. And I'm interested in seeing when this team has to do a hard reset, how fans will be. I'm not worried about Seattle. Seattle is a, you know, very, very, the Pacific Northwest loves hockey. People in Washington love it. They will travel to see that team, and they already have. I think Seattle should have got a team a hell of a long time ago, if you want to be perfectly honest with you. But, you know, the point of the matter I'm trying to make here is Quebec City has had a sitting arena waiting for a team to be put there, and they've practically begged to have one put back. And they've been bypassed now in 2 different expansion times. So I don't think it's going to happen. Market size, I think, kills them. And I think, you know, the presence of the Canadians in the province holds big water. Could be wrong, though. You know, what do I know? Keep going to the card here. Like John Marino, I loved him when he was with the Penguins, but unfortunately he is now in New Jersey. I made jokes to Pittsburgh fans. I said, you finally got a Marino 30 plus years after the one that got away. And they had him for a couple of years. He's looking good, and then he's not there. Nico having a great, great year. You know, it finally looks like he's living up to that promise as a number 1 overall pick. Coming all around, very, very solid center. And he's in order here. All right. And that's that for that pack. So we're going kind of thin here. So there's a lot of cards in here. You will get plenty of value for your dollar. I will say that about this. And, you know, if you like to build a collection, some people, you know, they're more willing to give me the lesser with the hits, you know. And I've had a couple of hits in here that, you know, give me the lesser amount, but, you know, more, I don't know, if I'm spending, I'd rather spend $19. And again, I'm not a hardcore card collector either, so by all means, tell me why I'm wrong. Blake Wheeler, like I said, I don't look to sell these. Slavin, I like that guy a lot. Here's another etched on autograph, and this is going to be Jack Campbell. Bit of a mistake, I think, to at least let getting him away, man. That was not too, I'm not, nothing against the man personally. I just think Matt Murray is not a guy you want to rely on as a goaltender. They're just a mess behind the net. And Campbell was pretty consistent, you know. But Kucherov, love those lightning jerseys and pant combinations. And Ken Talbot. But that's the thing, is it's about the Leafs. They've got scoring for days. You got guys like Alex Kerfoot, who, you know, could go elsewhere and do pretty proficient things. You got Marner, you got Matthews. I mean, you're talking in top 15, you know, at worst top 20, two of the top players on the planet. Matthews is easily top. He's top 4, depending upon your subjectivity. I'm going to say he's top 2. And again, it's all subjective. Marner, a hell of a scorer. He's top 15 in my book. The defense is looking good too, but their goaltending's kicking their ass. And that's what's cost them. You know, they've got some good D in there. And there's another Kaprizov card and Perrin card. Looks like I'm going to get a... No, I'm not. And look, goaltending is not what it used to be back in the day. You don't, you know, done are the days where you bring in that Iron Horse, that Grant Fuhrer, Dominic Hasek, Marty Brodeur, you know, goaltenders that are going to get you, you know, start 65, 70% of the year, 65, 70 games a year, going to start you 99% of the starts. You know, they have that 40 on 40, you know, 40 and 40. So you got to have a good number 2 as well. But good number 2 as well. You got to have a good second goalie as well. But I just don't know if big fan of Patrice Bergeron. Big fan. I think he's a Hall of Famer. Quentin Byfield. And Adam Fox, another one of my up-and-coming favorites here. Second best D. Young D in the National Hockey League behind Kale. And again, that's subjective too. I think Kale is that dude. But Adam Fox is not that far behind. But I think that's it, guys. I think that wraps it up. So let me know what you think. Comment section below. Until next time, we'll talk soon.